Hi everyone. So this is Andrew Quinn. We're reporting from the first Final Fantasy organised play tournament from ManaLeague.com, and we're here our final winner, Michael Chung. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you.
So for those of you who weren't watching a live stream or just want some more information about this, so we ran a 5-round tournament. Michael won all 5 of his rounds and was the only player to do so. He has a rather interesting deck, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But Michael, we'll just have a few questions before we get started.
Sure.
First of all, what led you to the Final Fantasy trading card game?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, there's quite a lot of reasons. I'm quite a big fan of Final Fantasy, obviously.
Yeah.
So I played from 7 to 13. And I'm just a big fan of card games, actually. I played Hearthstone. I played an online one called Hex. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Yeah.
And then, when they released, a Final Fantasy card game, I mean, that's one,
Yeah, it's just
one
like,
basically.
big love of life, big love of life.
Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
combined. So this really does mean a lot to me.
How do you find that the Final Fantasy trading card game actually compares to the other games you played? Because it seems you've played like a lot of different games.
Yeah.
I know I've played a lot of trading card games.
Yeah.
So what is it that Final Fantasy brings to the table that maybe others don't?
I think I played Hex, it's been called out for being too similar to Magic. So I can say that in terms of Hex, it's really interesting how your cards are also your resources, and it's also the fact that there isn't, at the moment, in my opinion, there isn't one colour that's absolutely overpowered compared to all the other colours. Even right now, you look online, there's so many different decks of different colours, which shows that there's no overpowering card right now or anything. So the meta right now is really good right now. It's quite fair. In reference to Hearthstone, Hearthstone doesn't have the kind of Magic similarities, because I understand that in Magic you choose a forward or a monster card or whatever, a creature card. Sorry. And then you attack, and then it's the defender that chooses where to choose the damage. As opposed to Hearthstone, it's the attacker that gets to choose where.
Yeah, so in Hearthstone you choose to attack an opposing minion or the player.
Yeah.
And Magic is very similar to Final Fantasy, so you attack the player and then your opponent blocks.
I think it's really good that there's a lot of Magic elements as well that can help the Magic players integrate. And I think finally is the X-Burst mechanic, which I really enjoy. It's when it's a new player, if you get a damage, you get taken damage, then if it has the X symbol, then you can use its effect. So I like how I play.
Hi guys. Yeah, so we were talking about EX Burst and how it makes Final Fantasy a much more interesting game than maybe other games can be. I think it's a very interesting mechanic. It's like I always have loved Magic because they tend to explore lots of different ways to use card mechanics that they didn't have before. Things like double-faced cards. Just using a section of design space that wasn't accessible before. I like that immediately Final Fantasy has a rather unique win condition that I think it shares with Cardfight Vanguard. And they've harnessed that and created this fantastic mechanic that almost rewards you for taking damage, which is a great idea.
It prevents overextension, so it's quite good.
I've loved the moments when my opponent has three forwards and they start attacking with them, and they attack perhaps in the wrong order, and then I flip a Leviathan off the top of my deck. Get rid of your big one.
And that's what happened in I think one of the live stream games where because he attacked with the forward that was a higher power, and Brynhilda came, then that was able to destroy the forward that was less than 7,000 pounds. So if he attacked with that one, then I would have broken that forward, but then the bigger forward could still attack. So it's just one of those.
So let's get to the deck. So the deck is it's a fire and wind deck. It's very aggressive, very aggro oriented. If you're for Magic, just very beat down. So if we're going to the deck and some of the main choices, what drove you to play this deck over, say, a water deck? Or?
I think the main forward is Zidane. He's key to basically deal damage to the forwards, because a majority of the forwards here, they're not that big in terms of power.
Yeah.
So you'd have forwards that can't be blocked when they're attacking. So you'd have Zidane, Yuffie, and Lan. All three of them have some kind of condition that allows them to not be blocked. And then you'd have that set of forwards. You'd also have forwards that would remove forwards that can block these forwards. So, for example, 3-cost forwards, 2-cost forwards, forwards with equal power to land. You know, these forwards. My main objective is to just kind of remove them. So you'd have Brynhilda here, which deals 7,000 damage to forwards. You'd have Clouds, both the big Cloud and the legendary Cloud, that can destroy forwards that I want. Tifa can also destroy small forwards as well, and I might not even need to damage the forward. I could just dull the forward so that it can't block. What else is there? I think, and then Yuffie as well, which also does 6,000 damage. And then the third set of forwards, the final set of forwards, is forwards that just have a kind of defensive line to prevent their forwards from attacking. So the main forward is Warrior of Light, where if it deals damage to a forward of cost 4 or more, then double the damage instead. So that would prevent any forwards, 4 cost or more, who made them think twice, basically, because they would have to trade with a 2 cost. So it works for me as well. You'd have Aerith here. Aerith is really important here in that it's basically, I think it's hexproof, is it, in Magic?
Sure.
Yeah, hexproof, pretty much.
Can't be targeted.
Can't be targeted, yep. So there's a lot of removal, so Odin, Brynhilda again, just to try and take out these unblockable forwards, Lan and Yuffie. So you'd use Aerith's Planet Protector ability to make them hexproof. What else is there?
There was one card I wanted to talk about because it's a card I really like, which is Bahamut.
Oh yes, yeah, I was going to bring it up. Yeah.
Because I've been trying to play this card, and a lot of people have commented that it just costs too much. It's a 9-cost summon. You can only have 5 backups in play. You have to discard a minimum of 2 cards from your hand to play it. How have you found? You're playing 3 Bahamuts. Like how have you found Bahamut? It's clearly a very devastating card. For anyone who's not seen the card before, it's 9 cost to deal 10,000 damage to 2 forwards. It does a lot of damage. It essentially just says destroy 2 forwards. How have you found this card?
Honestly, I took inspiration from the Japanese meta right now, and a lot of these players are playing Bahamut, and I just wanted to know why. I was confused as well. I didn't know it was so big costed, and then I realized as I played a lot of games online, Bahamut is very, literally the game changer. It can secure your victory, or it can completely turn the tide by. They'd have 2 forwards, just any big impact forwards, Cloud Light, for example, Lightning, Laguna, and if you just run out of options, I mean, you can't get through these 2 forwards, this war that they're building up. You're pretty much discarding your whole hand here, and you're just playing Bahamut, and it not only destroys the forward, it actually removes the forward from the game. So this works well with Golbez, the Emperor, Vanille, just any card that...
Do a quick sign off now. Any changes you would make to the deck fairly quickly? And
honestly, 8 Clouds, a lot of people think it might be too much, but I mean, I'm omni-slashing very consistently, and that's a big change. You remove the forward completely.
Would you consider the 9th?
I've had to reduce the 9th just to play a couple of extra copies of Aerith, because I've noticed that Aerith's special ability is really, really, really good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but honestly, at the moment, I can't think of any changes. I mean, if you've got any changes, let me know, but I can't think of any at the top of my head. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So, I'd say this is us signing off then. Michael Chung, 5-0 at our first ever event.
Thank you.
See if we can repeat it next time.
Yeah,
if you're available for that event.
Yeah.
If you guys want to join us, follow us on Facebook. Follow us. Follow all of our relevant groups. We have a group especially for Magic the Gathering players and one for tabletop players. We will share all of our Final Fantasy events in both of those groups. And if you have any questions, just let us know, and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, until next time, thanks very much.